Why did Acnologia become the strongest Dragon Slayer? Acnologia joined the Dragon Slayer game relatively late, as Irene and many of her followers essentially predate him. When Acnologia decided to become a Dragon Slayers were already going on a rampage on the continent. In fact, they were the ones who eventually led to his creation. Yet despite not being amongst the first, he quickly rose to the top. He ended up becoming not just the strongest dragon slayer, but the strongest dragon as well, essentially making him an out of nowhere natural disaster. So why? The story never really gave a proper answer on why the Acnologia became the most powerful. Even a genius in magic like Irene, who became a dragon slayer sooner than him, couldn't catch up to Acnologia after 400 years, making us believe that Mashima just made Acnologia seemingly that strong for no reason than aura and flexing. However, in the anime, we got a hint what could explain why his rising in power was so fast. During the final battle against Acnologia, we got a short backstory for him to make us understand his character and reasoning kinda better. This was an anime only addition, but still more than canon. In this backstory, Acnologia was shown to be a young healer in a small hidden town protected by dragons. He was using his magic to essentially stop the bleeding of dragons. And this is exactly the reason why he became so powerful. If you don't get it and think I am seeing things that aren't there, I am not crazy. They didn't diagnose me yet. Let me explain. Dragons are near immune to any non-dragon slayer magic. However, through the run of the story, we've seen it multiple times that there are rare instances where you can affect a dragon with human magic. Like Zeref turning Irene to human, Fairies controlling Merphobia, or Zash controlling Animus for a short time. Now, none of these got properly explained, as Mashimas usually don't like to explain stuff. Bro will rather start a new manga than explain something in his old one, leaving this to our own interpretation. And this is the most straightforward one. I believe the reason all these characters were able to affect the dragons with their power was because their magic power was close to that of respective dragons. Meaning, if a human's magic power is close to that of a dragon, they will be able to affect them with their magic. Even if the effectiveness is drastically reduced, it is still a possibility. Now, of course, being close in magic power with a dragon is extremely rare. Even the top dogs pale in comparison to mid-level dragons, leaving only selected few to ever reach that level. Like Zeref was nearly a god, or Fairies who on regular was nullifying the magic of a planet with her clan. Zash was just lucky. Animus was weak. Bro was one step away from death. And this is exactly why Acnologia became so powerful. At a young age, he was capable to affect dragons with his magic, meaning his magic power was already close to that of dragons. Giving a human like that Dragon Slayer magic was essentially equal to making a nuclear bomb. So if my theory about humans being capable to affect dragons if their magic is close enough is correct, then that means Acnologia became the strongest Dragon Slayer and dragon because he was already rivaling low-tier dragons in terms of magic at a young age. So when he received Dragon Slayer magic, his already massive magic power started to rapidly multiply through Dragon Seed and Dragonization, skyrocketing his already massive power. If a nobody who couldn't do anything about dragons got powerful enough to kill and harm dragons thanks to it, giving it to someone who already could affect dragons with their magic is just asking for annihilation. So in short, Acnologia was really just built different from the start. Dragons pissed off the wrong guy. Acnologia became the strongest dragon slayer simply because he was already amongst the strongest humans alive.